Welcome back, Rare Talks. You already know what it is. Like, comment, and subscribe. And look, we're going straight in today. I haven't got no time to waste. We're just Pearly Things has just been exposed for being a racist. Now, let me just throw out some facts right out there straight away. I haven't really got no time to waste today. Let's just throw out some facts of what really happened. Now, what happened is Just Pearly Things has interviewed a guy called Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes is a white supremacist. I say again, a white supremacist. Now, everybody's going crazy because she made some comments about blacks and Africans and, wait, actually, you know what? Why am I talking?
So why is that?
Why does he support that?
No, why are you against him, pro? Because in my head, see, I hire people from Africa, right?
Right.
Shout out Blessing.
Yeah.
And I just see like the work ethic of people that are like not from America.
Okay, you saw that clip for yourself? Well, I'm a person, I don't really care about this stuff, but I find it very condescending and very to us as black people when we have the likes of, you see, I'm not going to call him what you lot call him, but I'm going to call him Servant Riches, and I mean Butler Riches. Is that a nice name? Butler Riches. I like that one. And Auntie Jenny and a few other, I don't like to use bad words, but the word house is probably the best word I could use. I already thought this stuff already in my head, but you know what? I was just waiting for something to happen so I can actually verify it and pull it out there. But anyway, these people here, they're defending her. Sara Garvey, that used to be on the show, has just come out with a video. Like I said, I don't really rock with Sara Garvey. I don't really like Sara Garvey like that. I'll be honest. That's my honest opinion. But truth is truth. And he said in there that the contract that Auntie Jenny, Butler, Richards has, it's a mad contract. Like they're getting nothing, like 80-20, 80-20. Whether I believe him or not, it just sounded mad. Then to hear King Richards backing her when another guy has done a reaction to her. Because you see, real men are gonna hold her accountable. Because you see, we all talk about holding women accountable and doing this and doing that. But at the same time of doing that, King Richards couldn't even hold Pearl accountable for the words that she said. He couldn't even pull it on her and say, bruv, that sounded kind of mad still. Like, what are you on? Like, maybe you're not racist, but bro, chill out with your words, bro. Now, you could say that he advised private, but she done it in public. So obviously, you're still on her platform defending her. Now, we're going to do a reaction video today to what Auntie Jenny says. Auntie Jenny says, why Sara? Obviously, clickbait, you know how the thing's set. These people do their things, yeah? But let's get into it and let's see what she got to say. Let's see if she's got some points about Sara, yeah?
Why, Sara? Now, you're showing pictures. I was all right until you mentioned my name. And you're mentioning my name like I'm I'm under some kind of slave master. Let me explain to you, right? Because Pearl tells me everything. And let me explain to you. Have you seen my contract? Do you know what?
All right, listen. She got something to hide. I'm keeping it real. She should have said, have you seen my contract? This is my contract and this is what I'm getting paid. Straight. What you're chatting is rubbish. Boom, here's my receipts. You're done. Shut your mouth, you fool, about I'm getting paid this. You don't know my life. You don't know what I'm on. Instead, she's like, have you seen my contract? Like, you're trying to defend yourself from something that is actually happening. Like, maybe people are actually trying to help you. Like, real talk.
So when you're talking about Auntie Jenny, talk about what you know. Talk about what you've seen. Don't talk about what you don't know, right? And I always tell Pearl, be careful about who's around you because not everybody that says they're your friend are your friend. And she's stupid and naive and she trusts people like how she trusts you. And look what you're going to do. What? Because she won't pay you a salary. Because she won't pay you a salary. How do you expect to make money when somebody else ain't making no money? Right? You can't tell me how many hours I do because I come in here for about 4 hours a day. I come in here, I sit down and I go home.
I come in here for 4 hours a day. I come in here for 4 hours a day. 4 hours. What are you talking about? Go to your yard, you're a big woman. Why you got a little girl yard for 4 hours a day? If my mum ever done something like this, I swear down, it'll be peak for everybody involved. My mum's gonna have 4 hours a day. No, mum, you need to sit down. You're an old woman. You need to chill. Nah, I love you, mum. I know you got wisdom, all of that malarkey. Mum, yeah, I love it, mum. But mum, you need to sit down. 4 hours a day. What kind of slave master, cotton-filled, rotten belly? What is going on here? You're not listening to this as well, yeah? Because I'm not the only one just listening to this. This sounds wild. But anyway, she does 4 hours a day, so she must be getting paid from doing 4 hours a day, because that's like a shift, you know? That's like a shift. You know, people get paid to do 4 hours in different jobs, you know? Like go McDonald's, 4 hours, bam, go home, you know what I'm saying? You get paid like, I don't know, £7.50 an hour. I don't know the living wage. What is it? I don't know. I don't know.
I come in here, I sit down and I go home. That is it. And that's for the party. And you want to take private videos of people at the party, right? What were you doing at the party? Who was you there with? Because all of a sudden you turned up and you're looking really like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, one of these strong black men, you know what I mean? You're wearing your black today and you're wearing your little gold pendant, your little tiny gold pendant. I need a magnifying glass to go and see. But yeah, you're representing the black.
All right, now she's being personal. She's being very personal. I did not see in Sara's video him being very personal. I saw him being very diplomatical. And this is me. Like I said, I'm a fair person. Even if I don't like you, I am not going to say something against you that is unjust. That's just not my character. I'm a fair person. Sara's video was put together very well constructed, and it had a lot of evidence in it, and it had a lot of information in it. And if I'm being honest, I was shocked by the things I heard also. But what she's saying now, she's trying to be personal. And when people try to be personal and attack you, is because what you're saying against them is truth. That's why the only response they got back, instead of actually challenging every single thing that he said, she couldn't. So she has to resort to low vibrational attacks about he had a small pendant. So what? If you had a big pendant or small pendant, what does that matter? That has nothing to do with Pearl being racist. I'm so confused right now. What's going on? I'm baffed. Can someone explain to me what this has to do with the fact that she was racist and nobody's holding her account for her being racist? Am I the only one that's actually seeing through the bullshit? Maybe because I'm not involved in it and I can just see it from a clear perspective. Many of them can't see anything because they're involved in it. Talking about, oh, what your friends are. Bro, what saying about friendship? She was racist. She brought a white supremacist on. That needs to change. She needs to be held accountable. She needs to be pull up about that. Or am I the only one?
But yeah, you're representing the blacks, innit? The same way how you're representing the blacks. Now, I always thought that you were a man that followed Kevin Samuels. God rest his soul. Right, Kevin Samuels. And the way you're turning up, tell them how you turn up. Look how you're dressed now to suit the black man. How do you normally turn up in your Primark shoes? Tell them how you turn up. Tell them how you turn up at the thing. Ask them what, you didn't want to tell them what you had to say about China, how you were threatened with China too. About, oh, is China for real? Is this guy really for real? Or is he, you want to expect me to go gossiping about China's back? And I said to you, no, he's the real thing. China is whoever he says he is. Tell them about the drink that you brought. Any black man you know that brings a drink, what drink did they bring to a party? Right? You had Rolito that brought his cognac. What did you bring? What did you bring to educate the young people? Port. And then you want to go and tell everybody how port is, right? And then what did you do? You stand there, everybody's drinking drinks, and you stand there with your port. And what did you do when you was leaving? You walked out the door and then you come back, oh, because you forgot your bottle. So much of a man, you forgot your bottle. Now, please, don't.
This just sounds like childhood. She's a grown-ass woman. And look, listen, Auntie Jenny, no disrespect, but I lost a lot of respect for you for doing this. I'm being real. You was better off not saying anything and not addressing anything, but you just look bad. Now, number one, I can tell that you're defending Pearl. And your defense of Pearl and your love for her has blinded you from the fact that she's done something wrong and made you start hating your own people. Now, this is called, in what we call in the war terminology, divide and conquer. So she's dividing the black people to fight against one another while Pearl's sitting back, drinking her tea, watching all of you black little, field people on the field killing each other. This is what they've been doing to us. Make us go and have conflict with each other and kick back and act like we didn't even know what's going on and then play victim at the end. What is she talking about? Primark shoes and alcohol. Alcohol's haram. I don't even care about no alcohol. I couldn't care less if Sara had the biggest bottle or the smallest bottle. I'm saying, can you rebuke what he said when he talked about the contracts and for you to do 7 hours a day in a woman's studio? That's what I want to know. And that's all I care about. What you're saying now is irrelevant.
You understand? I am retired. I have bought my own house. You know what I mean? I don't owe nobody nothing. I don't do this because I need the money. I do it because I ain't got nothing better to do because I'm retired. So don't come here looking like I'm working for some kind of, some slave master. right? That I'm some kind of I'm some kind of slave, because that's not me. That's not me, right? So you are just like MTR. You're bad-minded and you're bitter. Why? Because, oh yeah.
MTR just exposed what she done. If she never done what she did, he wouldn't have nothing to say. Sara, same thing. See, Auntie Jenny, what you're not seeing is that these people are exposing the bureaucracy of this woman called Just Pearly Things. You're so entwined into your spell of who she actually is, of seeing the good in her. And this is the thing about us as people, yeah? I'll be real with you. Like, we always see the good in people to the point where it's like no wrong they can do. Anyone can make mistakes, you know. If Just Pearly Things come forward and said, you know what, I messed up, boom, bam, bam, I'm gonna hold my hands up. That apology she done was so disingenuous. Now she's got you lot as her, like, a henchman going through and doing everything she wants. It's easy for her to cut through, especially in our community, because you got people like this that will back her to the end.
Yeah, you've helped her, and what has she done? What has she done? What has she done? Those that can't do better, do better than her. You got so much, do better than her. Don't ride on the coattails of her. Do better than her. That's what you should be doing. So rather than go around and betraying somebody who thought that you were their friend, right? But all of a sudden you're there, doing secret videos that you want to go and show everybody. Keep my, as Will Smith said, keep my name out your mouth. Keep my name out your mouth. All right, Zara? Keep my name out of your mouth. Right? Because you and me are in nothing. Whatever you and Pearl's got, you and Pearl's got. Nobody else will mention my name, but you want to come and mention my name. Do not mention my name. Man up. Don't just dress up like a black man when you want people to be there, and then in your £15 shoes. Your £15. Yes, I checked, because I'm that kind of person. I'm into shoes. I looked inside and I saw a Primark. I'm wearing Marks and Spencers. You understand? And Pearl never paid for this. So I can't see how you would expect to get a salary. Yes, she pays for all of this. You know why? Because what people don't realize, I come in here and I sit down and I chat, right? I chat. I come down on the way to my grandkids, or I might go and see my man, or I might go and see my friends. I come down here and I chat. I come down there and I chat. I'm all slave masters. So slave masters going to pay for my mother's funeral. Slave masters asking me out. Slave masters knew my mum. Come on, Sara, do better. Do better. Do better. You sound sad and bitter. That's what you sound. Sad and bitter, because you didn't get your own way.
Doesn't really sound sad and bitter. If I'm being honest, it doesn't. You just sound like someone that was exposing the bureaucracy of somebody that was doing wrong against others. That's what it sounded like to me. Like me being impartial on this matter, because like I said, I don't really like Sara like that, but I'm not going to be here and lie on him, because there's no point of me lying on someone. If I wanted to do a reaction video, but I think the video that he's got has been taken down. I don't know. Maybe it's done a copyright strike. Maybe they've done him dirty. I can see that happening. What she's saying is very personal, other than actually addressing the actual issues at hand. And this is why you can see a guilty person when you see one. Look, she just looks guilty, I'll be honest. Now she talk about her kids and family and getting real personal, when it wasn't even that deep, if I'm being honest. All you need to do is address what he said and then keep it stepping. Now you're going crazy. Your blood pressure's going through the roof. You're a retired woman. You just need to relax.
Because if she fell for you last week and she'd listened to what you had to say last week, you would have been signed up for the same thing last week. So just because you got turned down, right, because you want a salary. No, everybody gets paid according to how well their channel does. And me, as you can see, I don't really give a shit about how my channel does. I like talking to people and I go out there. If it makes money, it makes money. If it don't, it don't. So don't talk about what you don't know. Whatever contracts you think that everybody else has got, talk about everybody else. But please don't talk about me, what you don't know. Because you're the kind of person that will go out there and be taking pictures of everybody. You should be a man. You should be a man, and right now, you sound pathetic, you sound hurt, you sound bitter, and you know what? You can tell it is because you're delayed. And you got to think to yourself, what kind of person, all the people that are going out there, what kind of person could go front up with somebody and then be taking pictures and using their stuff behind their back? You're a traitor. You're a snake in the grass. You're an embarrassment, and you're a fraud. I, Auntie Jenny, are calling you a fraud. Calling you a fraud. You are a fraud. You're coming on here and talking about, oh yeah, this woman, does that. Don't go out. But no, you and that.
He's not a traitor. You're a traitor. And let me tell you why you're a traitor rather than he's a traitor. He's exposed her, something that she's done. He's held her accountable. This is the same thing that this show promotes. Holding women accountable for bad actions. But now when someone in your circle does it, you did not even in one breath say that what Pearl said was wrong. Not in one breath. You're talking about he's a traitor. Number one, if me and you sit on a podcast, let me just put this out there to you, that does not make us friends. If you mess up in something, if my brethren does something wrong and I've seen him do something wrong, you best know I'm going to tell you, brother, you done something wrong. I might reach out to you first, and if you ain't listening to what I'm saying, then I might have to go to the internet and do the internet thingies. Because man's an internet boy. Straight. I'll say it straight to you. I'm not sitting here lying and trying to be something I'm not. I will put your ass on blast. Raggo. You heard what I said, and don't let me repeat myself again. I will put your ass on blast straight. But if you're my dog, I'll come to you first, and you know what I'm saying? But if we're just doing podcasting, I only know you through podcasting, bro, you ain't my peoples. I'll throw you under the bus any time of the day. Let that be known from now. She doesn't even make sense what she's saying. I'll be honest, she sounds like she's just ranting right now.
You're a snake in the grass. You're an embarrassment, and you're a fraud. I, Auntie Jenny, are calling you a fraud. Calling you a fraud. You are a fraud. You're always coming on here and talking about, oh yeah, this woman, does that. Don't go out. But no, you and that was a single mother. You got hurt by a single mother. You were raised by a single mother, and that's why you're hurt and you're bitter. So rather than see what Pearl does and slugging her down, beat her. Beat her to it. Do better than her. Do better. Do better. That's what you need to do. Because as people know, she can't tell me what to do because I come in there and I do what I like. You understand? So do not mention my name. Don't put my name in your mouth. It's too good to be in your mouth. You understand? Too good to be in your mouth. You want to talk about what you know about Pearl? You talk about what you know about Pearl. Because you know what all people are going to see you for is a snake in the grass. Because that's what you done. You infiltrated the team and now you're trying to say, oh, it's this and that. Talk about what you know. Talk about what you know. Talk about what you was drinking. Talk about what you was doing at the party. Talk about how you mingle with the guests. Talk about what you do, you nasty piece of work. Leave me out of it. I'm done.
All right, that was just a whole lot of... I'm never going to get that time back that I just wasted. Auntie Jenny is triggered. What I'd say is she's affected. Sara has affected her by mentioning her name. Not even in a negative light. He just mentioned the contract that she has and he thinks that the contract is wrong. Is he wrong for that? I don't believe so. How she's come across now as a grown woman, as somebody that she says that she's meant to be someone that the younger generation are meant to look up to. Now she just proved that words have a powerful impact on you as a grown woman, because you know when you get to a certain level of life as like an older woman, you see, I expected that from like a 20-year-old or a 25-year-old or a 30-year-old or 35-year-old, but from a like woman in her 50s or 60s, I'm thinking she's in her 60s. Like, I don't expect this type of behavior of dissing a younger man. Does that make sense? I don't look at that. She could have came on there and educated him instead of saying you're a snake in the grass, you're a this, you're a that, you're like, man's all friends and pally. Like, life ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't get where she gets this energy from Sara from, but she has not one word for Just Pearly Things. Not one word for King Richards. Nothing. Somebody's paying them. And when you're getting paid, you get paid to keep your mouth shut. And if you open that mouth, you will know there's consequences. You lose yourself because she's still filming in her studio. But anyway, people, let's read the comments and see what the people in the comment section got to say. So first comment, it wasn't okay for him to record, but it was okay for the manager to be sneak recording. DJ Perry Villa, The Drive, says, imagine if she had this much energy when negotiating her contract. Definitely getting 20%. Sandeep Patel, if Pearl's manager was recording you all at those parties when you were at the whiteboard talking sexual topics when drunk, surely you would want to check. Maybe prudence before valor is a wiser choice than picking your flag too early. EJ Miller, man, Pearl must pay very well for all of the Teffa protection. Apocalypse Next Gen, divide and rule is the only plan and now we look like fools. Mrs. Storm Entertainment says this is exactly what she wanted, divide and conquer. Humawaya says Pearl literally owns Jenny. This is hilarious. Jenny is the most masculine woman I have ever come across in YouTube. Ow. Now, let me just put it out there. That behavior that she did exuberate a second ago was very masculine. Like she could have got every point she wanted across in a nice way. She could have said everything in a nice way and done Sara over. It was very simple. You know what I'm saying? Instead, she went so low below the belt. She said she listened to Kevin Samuels, and Kevin Samuels says a sign of a low-value woman is that she uses something called shaming tactics, which Auntie Jenny just did. So she was praising Kevin Samuels, but don't know that Kevin Samuels was actually against the kind of behavior that she just exuberated on that episode that she just done. Sara just said Jenny and Richards were under contract and mentioned the percentages she offered them. He wasn't being malicious towards Jenny. Focus on his point, Auntie. Thank you. Someone, who was that by, I don't know, Rome MVP. That is the point which I was trying to make, that it was not too much about what Sara actually said. What Sara said, it wasn't a personal attack. He just said you was in a contract. Why did that trigger you so much? The only time something affects you on that level of coming out and your veins popping out your forehead is if there is some level of truth. Now, you could say, keep your name in your mouth. Look, I'm a person, I talk like that, but I'm masculine. I can say, keep my name out your mouth and keep the same energy in real life. You're a woman. I thought this is what the show was about, countering. This is why I said, sometimes you have to stay away from listening to some of these podcasts because some of them are literally hypocrites. And I don't stand with Sara, I don't stand with Butler Richards, and I do not stand with Auntie Jenny, and I definitely don't stand with Just Pearly Things. But Just Pearly Things are going bad for you, innit? It's going really bad lately, man. Damn, son. Damn, homie. Back in the day, you was the man, homie. What happened to you? Anyway, another episode of Rare Talks, Rare Reactions. You already know what it is. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you like more of this content, come to my channel. You know what we're about. This is the first of many. Like, I've got like a series of this stuff. Like, next one's this one. Like, yeah, don't get it twisted. Come on.